Little Goblins 10 by Pamela Jane, illustrated by Jane Manning. Over in the forest where the trees hide the sun lived a big mommy monster and her little monster one. "Scare," said the mommy. "I scare," said the one. So he scared and he scampered where the trees hide the sun. Over in the forest where the spooks shout "Boo!" lived a pale daddy ghost and his little ghosties too. "Haunt!" cried the daddy. "We haunt!" cried the two. So they hid and they haunted where their spooks shout "Boo!" Over in the forest near a gnarled oak tree lived an old mother zombie and her little zombies three. "Stare," said the mommy. "We stare," said the three. So they stared all together near the gnarled oak tree. Over in the forest where the fierce winds roar lived a gray father werewolf and his little wolfies four. "Howl," said the father. "We howl," said the four. So they howled and they growled where the fierce winds roar. Over in the forest where the shadows come alive lived an old mother mummy and her little mummies five. "Moan," said the mother. "We moan," said the five. So they moaned and they groaned where the shadows come alive. Over in the forest in a hovel made of sticks lived an old mother witch and her little witches six. "Cackle," screeched the mother. "We cackle," screeched the six. So they crowed and they cackled in the hovel made of sticks. Over in the forest in a mossy green heaven lived a scaly father dragon and his little dragons seven. "Breathe," said the father. "We breathe," said the seven. So they breathed flames of fire in the mossy green heaven. Over in the forest by the graveyard gate lived a bony father skeleton and his little skellies eight. "Rattle," said the father. "We rattle," said the eight. So they rattled and they ran by the graveyard gate. Over in the forest near a tall dark pine lived a furry mother bat and her little batties nine. "Swoop," cried the mother. "We swoop," cried the nine. So they swooped in the shadows near the tall dark pine. Over in the forest in a deep green glen lived an old father goblin and his little goblins 10. "Leap," said the father. "We leap," said the 10. So they laughed and they leaped in the deep green glen. Over in the forest where the trees hide the sun, the big mommy called to her little monster one. "Trick or treat?" asked the mommy. "Treat," cried the one. So they skipped off together for some Halloween fun.